Guide to Machine Elves and Other DMT Entities. Among these DMT entities, Machine Elves, or Clockwork Elves, are some of the most well recognized in the DMT realm, even cross-culturally. I was neither intellectually nor emotionally prepared for the frequency with which contact with beings occurred in our studies, nor the often utterly bizarre nature of these experiences. According to Strassman, the research subjects described contact with entities, beings, aliens, guides, and helpers. They've come to be known by many names, including Clockwork Elves, DMT Elves, Fractal Elves, and Tykes, a word for small child. In his book Archaic Revival, McKenna refers to them as self-transforming machine elves. McKenna found their descriptions of entity contact resembled his own experiences with the machine elves. What was eye-catching about the description of this visionary plant preparation was that the Witoto tribe of the Upper Amazon, who alone knew the secret of making it, used it to talk to little men, and to gain knowledge from them. In his book, Evans Wentz claims that the realm containing these little people exists, as a supernormal state of consciousness into which men and women may enter temporarily in dreams, trances, or in various ecstatic conditions. He claims they stem from an aberration of the brain's perceptual mechanics, via DMT's interaction with the serotonin 5-HT2A receptor. In this way, internal data, rather than extrinsic stimuli, is taken to be the primary workload of our imaginal workspace, the mind's eye. The only answer I have is that we humans must have innate evolutionary wetware that forces our senses to latch onto any piece of anthropomorphic data that pops into otherwise randomly uniform data. During my own experiences smoking synthesized DMT in Berkeley, I had the impression of bursting into a space inhabited by merry elfin, self-transforming, machine creatures. Dozens of these friendly fractal entities, looking like self-dribbling Fabergé eggs on the rebound, had surrounded me and tried to teach me the lost language of true poetry. The machine elves may use song to communicate, speaking either conceptual thoughts or, as McKenna has put it, in translinguistic glossolalia, $#, that is what I means $#. It is a more perfect archetypal logos. Hostile, 10%. Neutrality or observation, 7%. Sexual, 3%. Unclear interactions, 3%. Miscellaneous, 2%. You burst into this space and they're saying, "How wonderful that you're here, you come so rarely. We're so delighted to see you." Humanoid beings, 22%. Divine beings, 10%. Aliens, 8%. Elves and fairies, 7%. Geometric objects or machines, 6%. Miscellaneous entities, 3%. DMT has shown me the reality that there is an infinite variation on reality. There is a real possibility of adjacent dimensions. It may not be so simple as there are alien planets with their own societies. It's not like some kind of drug. It's more like an experience of a new technology than a drug. You can choose to attend to this or not. It will continue to progress without you paying attention. You return not to where you left off, but to where things have gone since you left. It's not a hallucination, but an observation. When I'm there, I'm not intoxicated. I'm lucid and sober. I took this stuff to Tibetans, to the Amazon. I gave it to Tibetans. They said, "This is the lesser lights of the Bardo. You cannot go further into the Bardo and return. This takes you as far as you can go." When I gave it to shamans in the Amazon, they said, "It's strong. But these are the ancestors. These are the spirits that we work with. These are ancestor souls. We know this place." If an extraterrestrial wanted to interact with a human society, and it had ethics that forbade it from landing trillion-ton beryllium ships on the United Nations Plaza, in other words, if it were subtle, I can see hiding yourself inside a shamanic intoxication. You would say, "Let's analyze these people. Okay, they're kinda hard-headed rationalists, except they have this phenomenon called getting loaded, and when they get loaded they accept whatever happens to them. So let's hide inside the load and we'll talk to them from there and they'll never realize that we're of a different status than pink elephants." Is DMT a chemical key that engages certain, programs in the brain, programs left by an alien species for our development. As David Luke points out in the book DMT Dialogues, certainly there are many examples of dreams and psychedelic visions that have given rise to innovation, advanced creativity, and discovery.